Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check big ad from Eduard. This time it is designed for 1/48 scale kit Su-35S from the Great Wall Hobby. And as you remember, big ad it's collection of the photo-etched accessories, so this time it will be handy with Sukhoi aircraft from Chinese manufacturer. Packaging is quite typical. It is a cardboard envelope with this nice knight. On the front here we have short list of what is included here, so there are 3 sets included inside. And from the rear side we can see examples of those kits used on the models. So now we are going to open it. As you can see, everything is secured with glue and tape. That's quite surprising, I would say. I don't have my knife with me, so I'm going to use the scissors for this, and we will cut through in a second. But to summarize, what we have here is that we have masks, we also have PE set, and also special seat belts set, so steel belts. So here they are, first set, and then we have 2 more on the bottom, so here is the second and here is the third. So let's check them one by one. First of all, we have this steel belt set. Let's zoom in so that you can see it closer. As you can see, packaging is typical for this set. Let's open it. Just give me a second. Okay, so here we have the steel thread, and also we have assembly manual. So first of all, I would like to show you assembly manual. So here it is. As you can see, you have to cut off the original plastic part because it will be replaced with metal. And here you can see all the steps of the assembly. On the other side there is nothing, so we can move on to this steel thread. I will bring it closer because otherwise it will be difficult to see what we have on it. So here are all those parts. It's really nice quality. And these parts are thinner than PE parts. Here you can see the thickness of this thread. So it means that they will be easier to bend and to install on your model. Next we have a PE set. So it's just named Su-35S in 1/48 scale. Here you can see PE thread, but we are going to open it and check everything closer. So just give me a second. First PE thread, second one, and also assembly manual in the middle. So I just need a second to remove it, and we'll check them in a second. So first of all, now let's do it in the opposite way. I would like to show you this PE thread. Let's focus the camera, and now you should be able to see it. So we have 2 PE threads. Here you can see the pre-painted one, which features cockpit parts and also some of the external elements. And just to remind you about the thickness, here you can see thickness of PE thread. It is obviously thicker than what we saw on the steel belts. So that's a first pre-painted PE thread, and also we have the one which is finished in traditional golden color. Here you can see it. So here we would get various external elements for fine detailing, even for the engine afterburners. So be careful with those parts because you will have to apply them on the model. And now we will check how they will be applied on the Su-35S. So here you can see first steps. We start with cockpit parts. This one should be relatively easy. But here you would have to sand off the dashboard in order to apply all PE parts which you just saw, because otherwise it will be really difficult to glue them on the right surface. The same applies to the side panels. As you can see, they are marked in the bright red. And again, the same goes with pedals and with this control panel. So be ready to cut all those parts in order to have a nice finish. Now we have the pilot seat. As you remember, for the pilot seat we will have to cut off this eject handle, but we also have to cut off this side panel. and install those, I'm not sure what are those elements, maybe the leg holders, which help the pilot hold legs in place. Then we move on to the fuselage. Fuselage, as far as I can see, it is upgraded with minor antennas. For example, here you will have to cut off the one pre-molded in plastic and replace it with PE part. Then we continue with air intake grill. As you can see, it should be glued out of two parts. These were on the golden PE thread. Here you can see also installation of the antennas, and note that some antennas are not even copied on the original kit, so you will replicate them with PE parts. Here we have also parts for the vertical stabilizer, as far as you can see. This is also antenna. And next, sorry, we have also installation of the pylons. Actually, they're upgrade. And the most difficult part will be assemble of those afterburners. Actually, these are not afterburners, they're installed on the air fans. But they will have to have such special shape, so be careful while doing all this stuff. As you can see, at least what I understand here is that it should be done on the thread, so you have to do it with those parts. It will be quite an interesting task in my opinion. It will be also demanding on the skill wise, I would say, but I think the final result will be worth it. And that's it for the PE set, so 2 PE threads. And now I'm having the third set. As you can see, it is masks, but it's not simple mask set. It's a T-phase set, which was released recently by Eduard. I mean, this line was introduced by recently, and it is designed for use not only with external detailing, but also with internal detailing. So let's open it and check what is inside. Meanwhile, while opening this plastic bag, I would like to remind you that you can support us financially by pressing the donate button on our website. We really need your help in order to improve the photo equipment. So if you are able to donate even several dollars, it will be great for us. So here is the mask sheet. I will bring it closer. And here you can see it on the light. It should be easier to see that the stickers are pre-cut. So you won't have to cut anything. You just pick them up with sharp tweezers and you're good to go. And it is surprisingly big, but let's not forget about the shape of the canopy on this aircraft. It has this, let's say, bubble area, which will require use of the liquid masks as well. And just to prove it, I'm going to check the assembly manual or application manual for those masks. So it is printed on one side, and here you can see that we have inside. So those masks will be applied inside the canopy in order to achieve a nice and realistic appearance. I'm not sure how many modelers will actually do it, but Eduard claims that many modelers were actually asking for such a set. So I suppose that there are a lot of guys who love to replicate the paint finish on the canopy from the inside, not from the outside as we usually do before applying the primer. And next we have outside, as you can see, set, which is applied on the external surfaces of this canopy. And here we would apply straight away the camouflage color or the primer. It will be up to you. From one side it is really, I would say, important upgrade, because it will change the difference, will be noticeable on the assembled aircraft. And once you, for example, open the canopy, it will be even more noticeable because the internal paint will be visible. From the other side, if you are building the closed canopy aircraft, there is not that much point, at least for me, but I'm not sure what do you think about it. And here you can see the proof that we will have to use liquid mask not only on the middle area, but also here on the windscreen. It is quite surprising for me, frankly speaking. So that's all for this set. As you can see, we have 3 upgrades and 1 big add collection. Just to remind you that if you get the big add, they should be more affordable in comparison if you are going to buy them separately. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I would like to say sorry for my throat, I'm just feeling ill a bit, but as you can see we checked this set. And of course I will see you in the next video as usual. Bye.